What is up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here! And today we're taking out a new game called Warframe. It's not actually a new game, it's been out for a long time. I originally played this game, let's see. Where is it? 992 days ago. That's, what is that? I don't know. 365, that's 900. So it's not quite 3 years. About 2.5 years ago, give or take. Maybe not quite that long. Give or take around that time. I made the clan, which coincidentally, I can't even enter my damn place, which is kind of a bummer, because I apparently don't have a dojo key to craft to get into it. So everybody who gets invited to the clan gets the recipe, but I don't have one. So I'm going to figure out how to get that fixed. I don't know if it's just because when I made the clan there weren't dojos and they implemented that later and now I'm going to have to figure out how to get in, or if maybe I'm bugged out and I kind of fell through the loop. I don't know. To give you an idea, this little character that I'm looking at right here, this is a Prime. This is Excalibur Prime. He's one of the default Warframes that you can still get, except it's not Prime, it's Excalibur. So I don't know. I guess Prime is kind of like the special variant, so to speak, of the different Warframes. You can get them as either Warframes or even as weapons. There are Prime weapons, and I think there's a few other things. So this little guy right here is no longer obtainable. You can get a variant of him, but you can't get this one. And as far as I know, at least with the Excalibur, there's no real difference between the Prime variant and the normal variant. Although with some of them there is a difference, and it's not always a benefit. I've actually heard that some of the Primes are actually worse. And you can decorate this guy, but I haven't gotten around to doing that just yet. So he's currently kitted out with just some leveling gear. I've been trying to get him, leveled up so that I can get my mastery rank leveled up. For those of you guys who don't know, there's a lot to Warframe. This is one of the reasons I've gotten back into it, and one of the reasons I kind of kicking myself for quitting a million years ago is, on first glance, this game is very shallow. It's just basically the FPS version of Diablo 3. And then you spend a little time with it, and it's like, oh, there's actually quite a bit here. And I know one of the things that really pissed me off prior was the marketplace. The marketplace is pretty expensive. If you look at some of the Warframes, you're like $275, $375, $325. If you look at those prices, getting platinum, let's see. Go look at the platinum prices real quick on warframe.com. I would click that button and pull it up, but I believe that opens up the website. And if you open up the website, you guys won't see it, which is a problem. Let me just log in real quick. Bam. And okay, so to give you an idea, 370 platinum is $20 unless you have a discount coupon, which you can get just by logging in. Every time you log in, every 24 hours, you get a coupon that will discount. No, I'm sorry. You don't always get a coupon. You get random things. And sometimes they are coupons, sometimes they're weapons, sometimes they're keys, lots of different things. Well, I've currently got a 50% coupon, so it makes the prices a little bit different. But for instance, Chroma right here, he's $375. To get 370 platinum, that's $20 normally. Now, if I have a coupon, so it's $10. Obviously, 4,300 platinum, which is the top one, which gives you a big bonus. Well, it's actually 3,000 platinum with a 1,300 bonus is $200. So it kind of gives you an idea. These are freaking expensive. Some of these run about $20 a piece, maybe more like 15. But the way the denominations are set up in the platinum, you can't just access them direct. And this really pissed me off because I'm one of those guys who likes to do a lot of individualized characters. I get bored with one character and I want to try another one. And that just really frustrated me. Well, you can actually get all of those Warframes without having to buy them. Now, it is going to be a bit of a grind. So for instance, let's see, where's Warframes? There we go. You'll see I've actually gotten some helmets. So I've got a Nova Prime helmet. I've got an Oberon helmet. You got the Nyx chassis. I've gotten some of these different pieces. Well, you have to get the pieces for the Warframe, then you build the pieces, and then eventually you can construct it. But it does take a lot of grinding. So yes, you don't have to pay that, $20, but you will have to spend a little time grinding. And that's basically what this game is. It's a massive grind. Now, that sounds kind of negative, but the grind is actually kind of fun. There's a lot of little bitty, one of the best ways to get people addicted, they've found, is with what they call intermediate gratification, i.e. Lots of little bitty rewards that aren't necessarily timed. So like, one time it's 10 minutes, one time it's 30, one time it's 5, and you never really know when you're going to get that next little, ooh, yummy, ooh, piece of candy, ooh, piece of candy. And this game kind of plays off of that very well. So if you enjoy the game, the grind isn't really that bad. So let's talk a little bit about, for those of you guys who may not be familiar with Warframe, how the game works overall. Now, this right here is a Warframe, which is basically your character. You can pick different characters. You'll notice I've got a couple different ones. I've got the normal Excalibur. This is the Excalibur Prime. This one you can't get anymore. I think there's a little bit of a difference. Yeah, you can see right here, there's a 25 armor difference. That's, ooh, no big deal. I've got Banshee, who's currently kitted out with my Halloween helmet, and then there's Rhino. So those are my 4 Warframes, and you can see there's a lot of other Warframes that you can get. So for today's video, we're going to focus on Excalibur. So we're just gonna back out real quick. So with this right here, if we hold our cursor over here, you can see there's a bunch of different abilities here. So /dash, basically, it sends you diving towards the target. Radial blind is awesome. It basically blinds everything for a period of time, and then you can just go around and stabby stab. Radial Javelin is pretty sick. Actually, it seems to be like an AoE. It says it throws it towards enemies, but in my experience, you jump up in the air and throw it straight down. I haven't used it very much, so that may be the problem. And then Exalted Blade, or as I like to call it, the Lightsaber Bros ability. You basically... This is just it's ridiculous. You turn into basically like a flying death stick, and I'll show you guys that here in a minute. So that's this Warframe. Now each of these Warframes obviously have different abilities. So if we were to select Banshee, you can see she's got Sonic Boom, she's got Sonar, Silence, and Soundquake. So each of these guys has their own different abilities, their own different play styles, and depending on which one you're running with, depends on kind of, the feel that you're going to get with that character. So there's a lot of playability there, and there's a ton of different Warframes. On top of that, you've also got different equipments. So I've only got 2 shotguns. I've got the Strun and the... where is it? There's one other shotgun I have. I think I just scrolled past it. I really wish there was a way to like sort this by what you actually have as opposed to what is available. Yes, Boar. It's right here at the top. I've got the Boar and I've got the Strun. So these are 2 different shotguns. You can see that, if we equip the Boar, there we go. Now we go back into equipment. You can see the Boar is 52, 26, 96. And then this one is... 90, 45, 165. So now granted, this is a level 13 and this is a 30, and I think I've actually got this one already kitted out. Each weapon you can put upgrades on, and these upgrades are where the majority of the game's tweaking comes in, because you can do a lot of different things like here. So right here, this one's got a 5% stance chance. I don't know what stances are. I'm still too new to the game. I don't quite understand that. 5% impact damage, 5% puncture damage, 5% slash damage, 5% ammo maximum. You can tweak all of these. Now, the cool thing is, the good and the bad thing is whenever you switch a weapon, you don't strip out its stuff. So the MK1 Paris was my main original bow. Shut up, Ortis!
Safe and sound.
Shut up, Ortis! Anyways, you can see this was the one that I was using beforehand. I can actually remove all of the stuff, which drops it back down to defaults. And then I can re-equip. I can re-equip, I guess for... We'll stick with Strun for now. So we'll go ahead and strip that. Upgrade, and then I can go in here and... For newbies, you can just click auto install and it will automatically install a good set of mods for you. Now, That doesn't mean it's the best mods. There's a lot of them that can really be like, wait, why are you doing that? You know, and you have to kind of look around. Like, for instance, this 45% critical chance isn't being used at the moment. It's using some of these other mods. Ooh, extra cold damage. So I don't know a whole lot about these yet. I am still very new to the game. So I'm going to be making bad decisions based on some of these things. But for now, I usually just go with the easy route because it's easier for me and I don't have to think about it. Same thing with secondaries. These are pistols and such. Then you have your melee weapon. I'm using the Chronos for right now. You have little minions that run along with you. So this is my companion. So he has vacuum, which basically collects everything in the range around me, which is amazing. Guardian boosts owner's shield when it runs out. So basically he shields me up. If Sentinel's killed, he will regenerate once. So even if my little pet dies, he comes back. And then Carrier will attack first visible enemy in range, which is kind of cool. And then Sweeper basically is just a shotgun modification for him. So it turns him into shotgun. You can change all his gear, etc., etc. It's kind of nice. Now, one other thing I want to show you guys before we go and do something real quick is over here. This is the mod section. You can see all of these different mods down here. You can actually sort them based on different things. You have primaries, secondaries, melees. Let's go with primaries real quick. As we're scrolling through these, you're going to see, okay, so like this one right here, Shotgun Savvy, 5% stance chance, or status change. 5% status chance. Again, no idea what that means. You can see it's got 5 little lights underneath it that are all grayed out. This one's got 5 as well, but 2 of them are lit up. And this one's got 5, but 4 of them are lit up. You can actually increase these. So like, let's say I wanted to increase this Shotgun Savvy 5% stance chance thing. Well, you select it, and then you can go to get these fusion cores. And basically, here, I'll show you. We're not going to actually do this right now because I don't know what this thing does, so I don't think we're going to do it. But if I click OK, you'll notice it went from rank 1 to rank 3. And so it went from a 5% chance to a 20% chance. You know, then we can do a couple more. And we're up to 25. And then we're just going to go ahead and slap all of these in real quick just to show you real fast. Click OK. And there we go. Now we're maxed out. So max out is a 30% status chance. Now, the interesting thing about this is it's not 30% flat value. So like, for instance, let's say, here, let me cancel fusion. And let's go back to primaries. And then where is it? Right here. Serration. Or no. Yeah. Point strike. 125% critical chance. You're like, well, what the fuck, man? That's 125%. That means I'm critting every single time. No. It's 125% of the Warframe's base. So, like, let's say the Warframe's base is a 60% chance to crit. 125% would be 125% of that. So instead of 60, I guess I'd be like, well, shit, I still don't understand how the multiplicative stuff works. That starts getting into a level of math that my Texas mind can't get into, but it's a really good way to increase your shit. But it's not, it doesn't sound as overpowered as it actually is. And I know the math guys are like, oh, Pyro, you're an idiot. It's simple. It's just this and this, and you take the derivative, and then you square it, and then you take the quantum root, and yeah, no. Pyro doesn't do math. That's why I have calculators and minions to help me out with that. Anyways, so that's where a large portion of the game is. You just down there in the bowels of this ship where you're upgrading your mods, you're upgrading and leveling your gear, your weapons, etc., etc. And while we were looking at that, you may have noticed that some of the weapons said EXP locked. Well, if you come up in here and we go over to our little person, you'll notice this little bar is full. Well, that is my rank, my mastery level, so to speak. Well, there's a ton of different mastery levels in this. I don't know how far up it goes. But basically, as you level weapons, melee weapons, primaries, secondaries, warframes, etc., that all goes towards your mastery level. And as your mastery level increases, you gain access to more and more things. And those allow you to gain access to more weapons and more stuff and expand and get stronger and stronger and stronger. So you want to knock those out. There's also a shit ton of challenges, which you can see up here. So you can see I've completed 165 challenges, and you can kind of go through all of these. And it sorts by progress. You can actually see the ones that I've already done up to right about here. So yeah. So Inventor, we're getting close, but we're not quite there. Pistol Mastery, you can click on these and think of it kind of like COD. where you can just scroll through these and basically unlock them. So each one of these that you unlock, I believe, gives you a bonus and starts also boosting your little level. Well, every time you hit a new level, you have to go do a challenge mission, which is what we're fixing to go do. So unfortunately, if I screw up for this, I think I have to wait 24 hours to do it again. So let's see what we got here.
You have proven your skills with weapons, Tenno. But what of your endurance? Can you survive this onslaught?
Oh, Jesus. Do I get to use everything? I do. Alright, so that's my little melee weapon. Whoa! Knocked me out. Roll. Pick up. Alright, this is the lightsaber bro thing I was telling you guys about. And basically, as long as I pick up energy, which is little blue balls, I can stay in this mode forever. You'll notice in the bottom right hand corner, there's my, what do you call it? My my power, and it just keeps going up as long as I find these little pickups, which you pretty much do as long as there's enemies on screen and you're getting a lot of kills, which is pretty perfect for this little setup here. For other Warframes, this might be a little challenging, but actually this is probably a more or less GEM setup, honestly. There's probably better ways to boost this guy. But especially with Sentinel, Sentinel's got a vacuum on him, which basically picks everything up around me. Now we're actually getting low on power, which is not good. We're going to be running out here in just a second, and I'm going to have to switch back to shotgun, unless we get some power-ups, which we are not going to be getting here. Okay, and we're down. Oh, and we got to reload. Whoa! Shit. What? Did I fail?
A formidable performance. This test is now complete.
Oh, okay.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
That scared me for a second there. I thought 40 seconds was a lot longer than that. That was a little scary there. So of course, I get 69 kills. Of course I would get 69 kills. Anyways, so that's leveled me up. So you can see it says down there I've reached an achievement of Novice. So I've popped up a rank. If we open this up again, you can see now I'm halfway through. Well, a little over halfway through. So the nice thing about this is even if you hit your cap, and it's before you can do it again, your EXP doesn't stop. You're not capped at that point. You can continue to play, continue to earn EXP, and that's going to keep kicking up. The only problem is you can only do that once every 24 hours. So if you get like way far ahead, like 2 or 3 levels, which would be very difficult to do, but you could probably do it, you can only go up a rank a day. So, theoretically, you can go up 7 ranks in 7 days if you really played hard and, went into kidney failure and, bought your entire grocery store stock of Red Bull, but that's not going to happen. So anyways, that's the setup, the general gist of the game that pretty much covers just about everything. So right over here, I want to show you guys one more thing. These are all the different planets that you can get. Now these aren't everything, I don't think. There's a lot here that I don't see, and then that you have to unlock them as you go on. But each of these different planets, we'll pull up Mars for instance, they all have different missions, and you're going to notice these green ones. There's different daily missions, there's different special missions, you've got storylines, quests, etc.
All accounted for.
Shut up, Ortis. Just a ton of different stuff. Plus you have these over here, the Void and the Derelict. Now these are special kind of missions that require keys. You can see you got Tower 1 Capture, Tower 2 Exterminate, Mobile Defense, just a bunch of different types of these. Well, a lot, not all of them, but many of them are actually, like defense, these are basically limitless. You go in and every five waves, you get the option of leaving. And it gets harder and harder and harder and harder and harder and just gets to the point where it's ridiculous. Well, at the moment, in my crappy state, me and my buddies can get to about, I'd say, I think it was rank 15-ish before it gets maybe 10, 15-ish before it gets really nasty. Wave 10, 15. Wave 20 is when things start apparently getting really, really good. You have to grind these. to get these over here. So you can see if we want control modules, Argon Crystals, Rubido, and alloy plates, these are what we need to do. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that each one of these is going to drop one of these or all of these. It just means these drop here somewhere. Now you may be asking, well, what do you use those for? Remember earlier when I was telling you guys about the whole crafting and such? For instance, right now one of the weapons, I guess we'll just select primary, one of the weapons I'm working on is the comb. Well, I've got all the oxium I need, I've got all the salvage, I've got all the cryotic, but I don't have the Argon Crystals. So the Argon Crystals are an ultra rare drop that drop out of the void. They drop on some assassination missions. And there's a few different places that are almost a guaranteed drop, but they require like tier 4 keys, which I don't have, and even if I had, I probably wouldn't survive. So think of it kind of like raiding in that, you know, there's like early game, there's like mid game, there's like end game, and then there's like pushing the envelope. And I'm probably mid game to early game at the moment. Once I get, because it just getting your Warframe to cap level, that's like your first benchmark. Then it's about getting the right mods, getting the mods leveled up with your cores, and then, you know, getting a decent synergy with your weapons, your Warframe, and all of that stuff. So, anyways, there's a lot to do here in Warframe. We're going to be streaming this quite a bit. I don't know how much YouTube content is going to get there because literally it's just a lot of hack and slash stuff, and I enjoy it, but there's not a whole lot of interactivity between me and you that happens on that unless it's live. I'll show off a lot of Warframes. I'll show off a lot of weapons, maybe some of my setups once I get a little bit more knowledge. But at the moment, you know, it's like, all right, here's my Excalibur guide, and it's terrible, but this is what I'm using. It just doesn't make sense. You know, people that are coming here, they're going to be like, dude, this is the worst Excalibur guide I've ever seen. You need to just die, which I pretty much do every time I play the game. So, I'm still trying to figure out the best way to go about making a YouTube series, but I did want to show you guys the game, some of the stuff here, and the reasons why I'm enjoying it. One other thing I do want to point out, in the description of this video down below, you're going to see a link that says Get Warframe Here. That is my affiliate link for Warframe. Basically, if you click on that, you will get a 7-day Affinity Booster. Now, that's if you don't have the game yet. If you already have the game, unfortunately, I can't give it to you because that's just the way they do it. But if you've never played the game before and you want to play the game, it's free, doesn't cost you a thing. You click on that, it will get you an Affinity Booster, which is basically everything you do to level up your primaries, your secondaries, your little minions that follow you around, your Warframes, etc., etc. So all of that will level you up there a little bit faster. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. And it gives me things like an extra weapon slot, an extra Warframe slot, things along those lines if I get like 5, 10, 15, and 20 people to sign up. So nothing major, but, you know, it's more for you guys. If you guys want an Affinity Booster, then rock and roll. If not, don't bother. So like I said, we'll be playing this a lot on stream. If you guys want to join us, all you got to do is come into communications, go to friends, and then you're going to want to add. I think you can do it.
Is that a pun?
Let's see. Add friend right here. Click add friend, and you just type the name. And my name is, as you can see up here, TTK Pyrostasis, same as my YouTube channel. Just add me, and I usually come in here to my friends list right here. These are the pendings. I usually process these, you know, at least once or twice a day. So if you guys would like to get in to my friends list, which is where we do most of our recruiting, then, you know, toss me a friend invite. We also have a clan. Like I said, currently the clan's a little wonky because I can't even get into it. But we do have a clan. I don't know if, is there like, yeah, clan statistics. We're pretty low on the setup at the moment because there's only a few of us, and up until this point it was mainly just me. And I just wanted to show you another thing, just to let you guys know that I am a new player. Where is it? I think it's under profile and then stats. You can see right here I've got just at 22 hours played, which sounds like a lot, but is really not. It's really not, considering, you know, I streamed like 6 hours of it today, so it is what it is. Only 87 missions completed. 87% completion rate, though, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm happy with that. You can see all my stats, all my kills. Good God, I killed a lot of Corpus. A whole lot of Corpus. Dear Lord. That's a lot of stuff. I do like the fact that you can get all of these little stats pulled up. So, yeah. And I did try the PvP out briefly, and that ended poorly. Just to point out this is a multiplayer game, so you can either do, I do pretty much all PvE. Don't think I'll ever do PvP. PvP's right here if you want to do it and, you know, really hate yourself. It's 4-player PvE. You can play with 4 of your friends. You can also pug. So, for instance, if I wanted to play with other people, hop over here, click this, and you can see, well, all these have, right there, open squads. That means there's 2 other groups running this. There's 0 running these. So if I jump in here, there's a good chance that I'm going to be bumping into one of those 2 groups. If I do this, there's a good chance that I'm going to be going solo, and then people will join in with me as they're doing the mission. So it's kind of cool. There's a pretty big community for it. There's a lot of people playing, so never going to really be playing by yourself unless you want to, which is an option up here. You can do friends only, you can do invite only, solo, or you can do public, whatever suits your fancy. So anyways, guys, I did want to bring this to you, show you guys one of the things that I am doing, some of the stuff that I'm going to be playing on stream. If you guys want to see this, that's twitch.tv/pyrostasis. I will try and put some up on YouTube, but like I said, I don't know how well the content will play out. So we'll just see. Let me know what you guys think about this. Would you like to see more Warframe? If so, please let me know by slapping that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.